All right, y'all, good morning. What is going on? Got some sad news to convey with you guys. PatmanQC, known for his documentaries on arcade games and old retro games, sadly passed away. I saw it on the community tab of his YouTube channel where his best friend posted that he passed away. Very, very sad when you really think about it. I love his documentaries, and one of the pillars in the gaming community that is somewhat overlooked with his videos. Not many people talk about his videos, but his videos are high quality. They're very good, and I really enjoyed watching them. I also saw on this community tab a few weeks ago, or like a month ago, that he was really sick, and he was in the process of doing one of his videos, and he said that he was sick, but he said he was going to fight through it and get through it, or whatever the case may be. And you know how it is. I mean, we as men, we always do that. If we're not feeling good or whatever, we have to go to the hospital or whatever the case may be, we still do our best to fight through whatever we got going on. And, you know, that's what makes us strong. And unfortunately, he lost that battle to whatever illness he had. And it's really unfortunate when you really think about it, because you had a guy like this, you know, that does a very good content. Seemed like he was a pretty good guy. Always, at conventions that I've seen him at, and he really loved what he did. He really loved what he did, and was very fortunate to actually, watch his content, see his content. I never got to meet him or anything like that, but I always saw his content and was happy when he uploaded a video. Like the other day, I was just recently watching his Super Mario documentaries. He did Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. I think he did Lost Levels as well. Some of my favorite content that he did was the NBA Jam one, the one on Mortal Kombat 2, Narc. I think he did, he did so many, but the ones that stand out are those type of games, because those are the games that resonate with me. But there's some stuff that he did some games that I never really heard of, and it kept me engaged watching this content. And I am going to make it my business to watch every little bit of his content that he has now, because with me being busy, I never really get to watch all of his videos. But the ones that stood out, like I said, especially the NBA Jam one was really good. I know he did one on the 32X. He did one on, like I said, Mortal Kombat 2, Narc, Burger Time. There's so many other ones that he did. Like I said, I just got recently watching all three of the Mario 3, Super Mario games that he did, because those type of things are, that garner my attention. But it's really sad. We lost a very good content creator in the community, and outside of all the other stuff you hear about in the gaming space, with all the drama with Xbox, with Nintendo, what Sony's doing, all these other companies are doing, and what game is good, what game is bad, what is woke, what is not, he just kept it in an even keel to where, hey, I'm going to talk about this game and the history behind it. And it was very refreshing to go to his content and watch his stuff. And I will continue to do so as long as it stays up. I'm pretty sure it is. My condolences to his family. I can't imagine what it's like to lose a loved one like that, a spouse, or or anything like that. I've never experienced anything like that, so I can't imagine what his family is going through right now. And it is very unfortunate. You get one chance to do the most you can while you're here, and you got to make the most of it. But one thing I will say, I really believe that he left a mark pretty much in his private life. Pretty sure that he did, and definitely on in his content creator side of things, he left a mark, because I love his content. I love his videos, and he's He's one of the top guys that I used to watch, you know, all the time, you know, prior to really, you know, getting into content creating myself, like the way I'm doing now. Like most of the time I used to like watch stuff like what he does and others that do the type of documentaries, because, you know, nowadays I started to realize as I got older that documentaries and listening to long form content is really the way to go for me. You know, I love those type of videos, and I love it when he used to upload a video. And like I said, the last few, you know, months or so, you know, I've been watching a good bit of his stuff. And on top of that, knowing that he's been not the best, he's been pretty much sick or whatever, he's still been trying to push through. And he just put a video out a couple weeks ago on Mario 3. And, you know, I was watching all of his content, you know, as far as the Mario series, and went back to look at a few more things during that time. And I just remember the NBA Jam one was like one that stood out to me the most. I mean, that one, Mortal Kombat 2, and, you know, the Narc series, or the Narc video. He did a couple of other ones that were really, really good. But a lot of his stuff stood out. He did some very, very good documentaries on old school arcade games and stuff, and he'll sorely be missed. He really would. So I don't know if you guys ever watched any of his content. If not, please go over there and check out any of his content. I'll put the link down to his video, his channel, down in the description. I'll put it down there so you guys can check all that stuff out. And yeah, it's a pretty sad day. So I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and take the time to appreciate, you know, what you got in front of you. Even if it doesn't look good and it's not the best and things aren't going right, it always could be worse, and you can always make it better. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, I'm out. Peace.